Hello, welcome to Zen in High Heels, where we're going to talk all things personal growth. I'm Denise, and I'm here to teach you personal and spiritual growth principles and make them applicable in the 21st century so that you know how to apply them in your life to become the most healed, evolved, fabulous version of yourself. I want you to know that no matter what's going on around you, that peace, inner peace, and the qualities of expression that your soul longs for are available to you at any moment, no matter what. So let's get started. Today we're going to talk about 3 things you need to know as you're getting started on your path of evolution, as you're making the decision to, how do I even begin? I don't even know where to start. So I'm going to give you 3 things you need to know as you're starting on your journey. First of all is just the acknowledgement. Once you become aware, I do need something more in my life. I feel like reaching for the external accolades and accomplishments is turning into a grind. It's not fulfilling me. I'd like to have better relationships. I'd like to have better health. How can my spiritual and personal growth journey contribute to me having better health? So the first thing you're going to do is realize and recognize that you might be ready for change, that you might be tired of the hamster wheel that you're on of the same thought patterns or the same relationship patterns, the same things not working out in the external environment, maybe in your career, sabotaging things happen. Whatever it is, and you're just tired of the way that it's been and you're ready to make changes, the first thing to do is recognize that, acknowledge that, get honest with yourself. What's been going on? What do you think is holding you back? And say, I'm ready to do something different. The second step, once you're on this path, is that you're going to have to pay attention. Pay attention to your life. I want you to talk less and listen more. You're going to be surprised how often we don't really listen to the people around us. And also, I want you to listen to your feelings more. So we'll start by thinking about the people around us and the ways that we can pay attention. How do we feel around certain people? How do we feel in certain circumstances? It's very interesting what you might notice if you start paying attention. See if there are any patterns with certain people or any patterns with your life. And if I do this, it makes me feel this way. If I eat this, it makes me feel this way. Start paying attention. Maybe do a journal and keep track of these things. Give yourself an outlet to express these observations. And this skill is going to continue with you on as you evolve and learn and grow and have more authentic expression of yourself in the world. You will continue always to use this skill of paying attention. How do I feel? How is this person reacting or responding? And you start noticing things, and it will help guide your way as you move forward and continue to evolve. The third thing you're going to do is commit time to this practice. You're going to have to spend some time alone. Call it meditation, call it whatever you want to call it, but you need to start, even if it's just in the car on the commute or putting your makeup on. You're going to have to start giving yourself space to think about what's going on in your life, to think about what happened yesterday about a conversation, to think about what's happening today. You have a meeting. What's your intention for the meeting? And you're going to have to start getting to know yourself on a deeper level. We use labels to say who we are. I know who I am. I am an accountant. Whatever your job description is, whatever is the name of your company. I own this company. I'm an owner. I am so-and-so's wife. I'm so-and-so's daughter. So-and-so's mom. I'm a Sagittarius. But you want to get to know yourself on a deeper level. You want to get to know the deeper, truer part of you. You want to free the part of you that maybe is being held back by some sort of trauma or things that suppressed you in your childhood or in your past. We want to get to the bottom, let her out to express the inner she or the inner he that is you. This is where you'll notice nudges of intuition, letting you know something needs to change. Something is longing to be expressed. So this practice will help you get in touch with your intuition and to honor what you learn by acting on that. This will help guide your path as you move forward. We will continue to use this every step of the way. You being right with you is where it all begins. That's where we find the things that we're longing for, the inner satisfaction, the inner wealth, to go along with the money in the bank or the body, the six-pack abs that you've been waiting for. Whatever it is you've been working externally, hoping that would make you feel different, you can find in spiritual and personal growth practice. I promise you. So, and this doesn't take away from any kind of religious beliefs that you have. You're like, I believe in God. I know the Bible has all the answers. That's great. And you may be like I was, growing up in the church, feeling great with a sermon, but leaving and not really understanding how to apply that love, that unconditional love, to the people in your life, to the difficult people in your life for sure. Or why don't you feel that internally in the real world, not just at church? We want to be able to incorporate those principles into our lives today and keep practicing and get stronger and stronger and make better decisions for ourselves. This is so important. This is the most important work you can do. And I'm doing this channel because I was looking for how to begin. I would read the books and go to the church and was a good person and paid attention to my interactions with other people. My heart is big. I did all the successes. I got the education. I got the job, the money, the car, the big house, all these things, but something wasn't right. And I had to really dig and figure out what that was. And I would read the book and it would kind of make sense, but I couldn't quite figure out how does that really apply in my real life with my mother-in-law, for example. I'm just using that as an example. With my difficult neighbor, for example. Whatever the situations are that are causing us angst. With my physical fitness journey. How am I sabotaging myself? So we're going to start with acknowledging we want change, which is probably how you found this channel. We are going to pay attention, maybe for the first time, how much you are on autopilot, how many hours of the day you can go without having your own original thought. You're listening to the podcast, you're listening to the radio, you're listening to people at work, you're listening to your children, just on and on. You put on Netflix before bed. You know, when are you paying attention to you? Because no one else can do this work for you. Someone can come in and give you love, but it doesn't fill you permanently. The filling comes with your soul expressing your truth and you uncovering the ways that so far it hasn't been able to. You uncovering and discovering ways that you're making decisions or accepting relationship behavior or whatever the thing is for you, ruining your finances from overspending, trying to feel better. But you have to discover that. And once you get on this path and you keep growing and keep going, you will find that no matter what anyone is saying or doing, that you're good with you. It's a beautiful place to be, and it allows you to really show up in your life. And I have the kind of inner peace, to be honest with you, I did not know was possible for me. I was type A, overachieving, very driven, like I said, good-hearted, but I just didn't understand what I understand now. And that's what I want for you. I want you not to do it my way. I want you to discover your way. So I'm going to teach you principles that are universal for all people, men, women, for all of us. And that when you apply them and when you learn how they actually work, your life opens up and you feel that sense of everything is okay. Not even that everything's going to be okay, but everything is okay in this moment for me. And that, my friends, is treasure. That is the wealth that the world is not teaching. So if you are anxious, if you have some extra time and you're wanting to really get started and dig in, do the assignment of paying attention, starting a journal, having some space, and I will upload as soon as I can. But if you're anxious to get started, you can get a copy of my book, Zen in High Heels. I lay out a lot of the practices and principles in these chapters in a way that I think is really relatable. This is everything I've learned in decades of spiritual and personal growth work. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you, and I'm sending you my love.